Let's explore how Coralogix works with the web application firewall in Amazon and also how it actually interacts with the various different pieces. Because perimeter security isn't just about observing the perimeter, it's about understanding the flow of data as it moves into your system. So let's begin by talking about my architecture that I've set up. I have a web application firewall ACL created, and that's been associated with an Amazon application load balancer. That Amazon application load balancer is connected to a Lambda function. Now, all of this data is being shipped to Coralogix in the same account, which makes it easy to correlate it. You can see here that I've got, the way I've set this up is with Firehose. I actually pushed this to a Firehose instance created through a Coralogix integration. So very, very easy to do. It was like a few clicks and I was consuming data from that Firehose. For the ALBs will push their access logs to an S3 bucket. Coralogix has an integration for an S3 bucket as well. We have a Lambda function that's actually shipping that data from S3 to Coralogix. And finally, with a Lambda function that I've defined that's being targeted by the ALB, this actually has our telemetry layer applied to it. So it's just the three different integrations, but all so easy, simple clicks through the UI, and the full stack is being absorbed. Now, let's have a think about what that actually means. So obviously, because all the data is now in one platform, we can visualize all of it in one place. You can see examples here of Lambda requests, ALB requests, and malicious traffic blocks. We can see WAF block actions and much more. Your first port of call, however, should always be extensions. Extensions are pre-packaged collections of alerts, parsing rules, and much more that give you an instant start with the data that you've got. You can see here I've deployed 3 extensions, ALB, Lambda, and WAF. The web application firewall extension is actually part of our security offering as well. And there's so many extensions, there's lots and lots of them. But if you ever ingest data from Amazon, just start by looking for an extension. There are so many of them. I mean, all of these are Amazon so far that I can see. So you're gonna have no problem finding the appropriate extension. By deploying these extensions, you get a bunch of really nice stuff. So I've already done a video about the application load balancer context. You can see that some of the dashboards that you get here are really nice. If you just give that a moment to load, because it's loading several days worth of data, you can actually see that you get this really nice high-level view of everything that's going on in the platform. So this is all the requests that have been loaded. There's a lot of data here, and it only took a few seconds to arrive, which is really nice for that high-level big data kind of view of what's going on. Of course, in WAF as well, you get, by deploying the WAF extension, you get a really nice breakdown of what your web application firewall has been doing as well, including why it's blocked things, what it's blocked, the IP addresses that have appeared, clean traffic that's appeared from which country, and so on. So, all this is to say that simply by deploying the extension, you get a bunch of really nice stuff, including alerts. So if I open up alert management here, I can see all the alarms that have been defined automatically. I didn't create these things. So for example, a high volume of bot requests alert, I didn't create this, the extension just rolled it out. However, I can edit it however I like. It's really nice as well, these alarms, they come with full context, MITRE tactic and techniques, as well as labels to make it easy to search them. And of course, you can actually edit and customize these alerts as needed. So really powerful to make sure that people understand they have a full rollout. The full rollout is available for every single AWS service, meaning you're getting all the benefit of bespoke alerting and dynamic dashboarding, but you get all these dashboards rolled out for you straight away. Now, all of this is really cool, but it doesn't show something unique about Coralogix. So let me show you something. Here's what I've done. I've used the TCO quota optimizer for our application load balancer logs, and I've said that basically, if it's not an error, don't worry about it. Send it to the medium or monitoring tier. What this means is that the data is not indexed, and you get a 70% saving on ingestion just by doing that. But you may say, well, it's not indexed, it's going straight to the archive. What can I even do with it? I'm kind of stuck in this world of rehydrating. No, you can query the data directly in the logs, but I just want to show you something that I think is so powerful for the WAF use case. So this is actually only visualizing a few logs here. It looks like the ARB isn't doing much, and we're visualizing the WAF block actions here. If I click this button, add monitoring data, what it's actually going to do is it's going to decorate the data that's already here with data directly from the archive with no need to rehydrate. So we can see spikes in ALB, healthy ALB activity. Now the beauty of this is that you can still visualize everything about your application, you can see here that this actually correlates nicely with the activity of the Lambda function and the WAF as well. So now we're visualizing all three, but you're only paying like a 30% of what you would pay for ingestion cost for this particular ALB. That is remarkable. And what it means is that you can get access to all your data. You're not dropping data. You're simply archiving it directly. You're being use case driven with how you analyze this data and how you visualize it. So you can apply this to all of your WAF rules as well. You don't have to pick and choose and drop logs and that kind of thing. You can ingest them and you can pull them in and you can do whatever you like with them. You can also do things like events to metrics. I'll just quickly show you what's possible there. So these are all generated by the extensions as well. These are ALB and WAF metrics. Metrics are really powerful because they can be held for a very long time, very inexpensively and with high performance. So you can build dashboards and things off them without having to worry too much about retention, ingestion, that kind of thing. This is very, very efficient actually. So you can see here that we actually have WAF and ALB logs being analyzed and turned into event metrics. They'll be cheaper to hold on to, and if you want, you can move all those logs down into the monitoring tier and make a massive saving. Or if you want, if the data simply needs to be queried and analyzed, you can move it into the compliance level, and you simply click all logs here. That data is still accessible, and with a compliance level, you're getting something like you're looking at kind of an 80-90% discount on your ingestion cost. Massive discounts, but you're still getting access to all of your data. It can be analyzed and searched and parsed. So this is really powerful. So I just wanted to break down what we're seeing here. These are all the different ways in which Coralogix, AWS WAF, ALB, Lambda all work really nicely together. And for this particular use case, for the web application firewall use case, the thing that makes Coralogix special isn't that we can monitor AWS WAF, okay? Anyone can monitor AWS WAF. If you have a Grafana instance and you ingest some data, you have WAF data. You know, it's not a particularly unique or remarkable thing. The thing that Coralogix does better than anyone is it allows you to visualize huge volumes of data without the cost, without massive performance implications. You simply just ingest it, you're use case driven about its analysis, and you get to visualize everything. So from a security perspective, you're getting total observability, total insight into the security posture of your system, not having to settle for a few things. So we're removing data silos, we're lowering costs, we're massively lowering the total cost of ownership, and we're maximizing that return on investment that you get in your observability data. And this is really powerful for DevOps use cases, but obviously in this case, we're thinking about the security angle as well. So just to quickly recap there, ingestion, only a few clicks using the Coralogix integrations. Generating dashboards and alarms, 3 clicks, and I generated hundreds of dashboards and alarms and parsing rules and much, much more to get the data in perfect form. Events to metrics to make sure I make the most efficient use of my data, the TCO optimizer to make sure my data is stored in the most optimal way, and custom dashboarding, meaning I can visualize my data, but also that monitoring mode there as well, add monitoring data, which allows you to visualize data directly from the archive without the need to rehydrate. So this deals with the massive problem of WAF observability at scale, which is data volume. This makes it possible for you to visualize everything at once without the associated costs, without the associated performance impact, no compute costs, no nothing. So this is just some ways that AWS WAF and Coralogix work so well together. And they're really, really powerful. So definitely recommend that you explore. If you have a WAF ACL, ingest that data into Coralogix. You will not regret it.